All right, I'm here with Mr. Greg Rollett. He is going to provide some amazing, insightful, and actionable information for us today. We were chatting before the interview. He's willing to go as far as we're willing to take him. So, Greg, I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited for you to dig deep on some of your expertise in video marketing, in personal branding, ad strategies, and stuff like that. So, welcome.
Definitely, man. I'm really excited to be here, and hopefully we can have a good time.
Yes, absolutely. So, our audience, they are the people who are entrepreneurs looking to get from where they are to where they want to be on their journey to hitting six figures plus, whether that's six figures a year, month, day, hour, minute. We bring people on to shed some light into their world so that they can accomplish those milestones in their business. So I'm super excited to get into this. My first question for you, I'm sure this is something that you could talk hours about. How do people implement a beneficial marketing strategy into the business? Because I know they're constantly hearing the message, create content, streamline it, deliver it all over the place. But how do they make money from it?
Yeah. Well, content for content's sake is just a waste of time, right? So you could waste a lot of time, creating videos, recording podcasts, doing blogs, whatever format you choose. So I like to take a step back and think about three core things when we are trying to get somebody to actually generate revenue, right? So someone who doesn't necessarily want to just be an Instagram model and get paid for, having six-pack abs or a tight body, but someone who wants to actually contribute value to the world and maybe sell something. Nothing against those people. I just don't have the six-pack abs to get that sponsorship money. So if I did, I'd be flaunting it. So there's three things that we look at: the who, the what, and the offer. And this is kind of marketing 101, but I have a little different take on it to really help everyone listening. The who is pretty simple. It's who do you want to be known to? What pocket of people do you want to be known to? And I think a lot of people, when they start out, they go super broad. Well, I just want to be known to every entrepreneur. I want to help every entrepreneur on the planet, or I want to help every overweight person on the planet, or I want to help every mom on the planet. And it's super, super broad. Much easier, much more affordable if you have a specific pocket of people that you can become known to, because then you can afford to put ads in front of them. You can afford to be partners with the media. You can be really create omnipresence with that marketplace. So we're not going to spend too much time on market research. I'm sure people can kind of do that on their own. But you really have to understand, who do you want to be known to? The second piece is what I'm going to spend some time on, because I think this is the most beneficial thing you can get from me today, is what. And it's, what do you want to be known for? Now, a lot of times, I come from the music industry. I was a rapper in a rock band, spent 10 years touring, really crappy dive bars. It sounds way more glamorous than it was. It was not glamorous at all. We were trying to sell enough CDs to go buy ramen noodles that we could go to a truck stop, turn the hot water from the sink on, and that's how we ate dinner every night, right? So that, like, luxury living. But in the music industry, every musician wants to say, who do you sound like? Oh, we don't sound like anyone. We're our own unique jazz, funk, fusion, hip hop, reggae, jazz band. And the fan just goes, I have no idea what you just said. Like, I literally don't know what that means. So I do not want your CD. Like, I don't want to listen to that. And so that's what we used to do. We were like, oh yeah, we're like a rap, funk, hip hop, fusion band, and no club promoter wanted to book us. No one wanted to buy our CDs. Our MySpace wasn't blowing up. I'm dating myself, and so as soon as we shifted to, oh, we sound just like Linkin Park, we sound just like 311, we sound just like Gym Class Heroes, people are like, oh, I love Linkin Park, I will like you guys too. So as soon as we put ourselves into a box, and everybody's like, you got to be so unique, you got to find your own unique selling proposition. I'll get to that. But if they can't put you in a box, they can't hire you, right? Because someone woke up today with a problem that said, I need to lose weight fast. So they're not looking for a fusion hybrid strategist with an 18-part, like, they need to lose weight fast. They need to make money tomorrow. They need to learn, like for you, like, they want to hit six figures, right? So you've put yourself in a box. So someone who's like, all right, I'm making 30, 40 grand a year at a job. I want to hit six figures. I'm going to go listen to this podcast, right? So they can put you in a bucket because you have something that people want. So I want you to start thinking of, what are the buckets that you want to be known for to that pocket of people that you want to be known to. How we do this as like an exercise. And if you're not driving, if you're sitting at home, if you're at the gym, whatever, not in a car, get out a sheet of paper And what I like to do is draw a line from the top of the page to the bottom of the page, from the right to the left, and you got 4 boxes. We call them 4 content quadrants. And I want you to think about 4 different unique things that you want to be known for, because I think that we're all multifaceted, right? So even in your business, like, yeah, you're the 6-figure guy, but also are you a marketing guy? Also, are you a funnel guy? Also, are you like, I think that as human beings, naturally, like, we have different interests. We have, different things that we can do. And so what I want to look at is 4 different quadrants of content. One of my financial advisor clients, one of his buckets is Social Security. He wants to be known as the Social Security guy. So if you're about to retire, which most of your audience isn't, they're just getting started. But if you're getting ready to retire, you don't know when to take Social Security. Do I take it now? Do I take it when I'm 62? Do I take it? So he wants to be known as that guy. He also wants to be known as the taxes guy, because as soon as you start rolling over your money, the government starts taking 30% of it. And if you've been working your whole life, you got $1 million in your IRA, your 401k, and the government just is like, whoop, give me 30% of that. Like, you just lost, a ton of money. So he wants to be known as the tax guy. So those are just some examples of things to look at. So what are the 4 things that you want to be known for? And then the third and final piece of this whole piece is the offer. What is the compelling, irresistible, like FOMO offer that you can make to this pocket of people that gets them closer to their dreams? Because most people didn't wake up today and say, you know what I really want today? I want to give my name and email address to 10 people and get 10 different free reports. And then they start hitting me up for emails. Like, I can't wait to opt in for another webinar. I can't wait to opt in for your 18-part emails. Like, no one wants that, right? They want a result. And they want an outcome. They want a solution to their problem. And so when you're crafting your free offer, like, look, we still got to have free reports. We still got to have webinars. We still got to have trainings. We still got to have ways to opt people in. But what is it that people actually want? And really spend some time thinking about that. I think that most people aren't making the 6 figures or hitting the 10 grand a month or 10 grand a week or whatever they want to hit. It's because their offer sucks, or they don't have an offer at all. So if you look back at this, no one can hire you if they don't know who you are. Right? Then no one can hire you if they don't know what you do, right? So even though people knew my band, they didn't know what we sounded like, right? So they got to know who you are, they got to know what you do, and they have to know how to hire you. There's so many people out on social media putting out content. You're like, that was a cool post, but I don't know how to hire you. I don't know, like, do you sell courses? Do you do coaching? Do you do done for you? Like, do you have like children's? But like, I have no idea what you do. So you got to have all 3 pieces: the who do you want to be known to? What do you want to be known for? And then you have the offer. And then we can get into a video strategy if you want after that, as to now, how do we create content for the who that delivers the what that makes the offer?
Yeah. So as I'm listening to you, I wanted to ask you and get into, okay, so now that we've done the what, the who, the offer, and we can dig into the offer too, because that seems to be something that people struggle with outside of, okay, I don't even know who I'm talking to. I don't know what I should be saying in my content. But besides that, let's just say they're ready. They have all this stuff set up. They know exactly who they're talking to, what to say, what to offer. How do they distribute this?
Yeah, great question. So when you have those 4 quadrants, the what, right? So now what I want you to do for each one of those 4 different quadrants, I want you to go deep on all of the different ways that your product or service or your expertise or your experience can help position you as the person who is whatever that quadrant is. If you're the tax guy, what are the biggest questions? What are the biggest concerns? What are articles that are out there? What are hot topics? What are people on BuzzFeed and Huffington Post and Forbes magazine talking about taxes? What are people in the industry saying about taxes? Go to the hashtag taxes on Instagram, and what are all the hot posts? What are all the hot memes? What are the things that people are talking about? And build this list of idea after idea after idea after idea that has to do with taxes. And then you have the next one for the next bucket. Then you have the next one for the 3rd quadrant. Then you have the next one for the 4th quadrant. And now you have all these ideas. I think when people go to create content, they just wake up today and they go, oh man, someone told me that I needed to go live on Instagram every day. So I'm just going to go live on Instagram every day. If you do that and you actually have all these ideas. And so I use Evernote. I'm an Evernote guy. You can use whatever software service you want. But in Evernote, I have an Evernote notebook for each one of those 4 quadrants. And in it, I just put in articles. Like if I read an article about video marketing, or someone forwards me something, or I'm reading Fast Company magazine, I'll snap a picture of an article. And I have all this stuff in my Evernote. And then when it's filming day, I just go in and I'm like, all right, I can talk about that. I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that. And I have hundreds of ideas, right? That's what makes it easy to create content. Really hard to create content when I'm like, yo, Be creative right now. Shoot a video about like most people inherently can't do that. So now you have all these ideas in each of these 4 quadrants. I believe that when people are first getting started, what I recommend that they do is they pick one idea from each quadrant and film them back to back to back to back. And we're talking, we call them snackable videos. They're like highlights for your personal brand. Think about like SportsCenter top 10. This is Zion Williams coming and just slam dunking. You didn't have to watch the whole game. You didn't spend 3 hours listening to Dickie V yell from the sidelines, just the Zion dunk. That's what this is. This isn't your whole process. It's not your whole sales pitch. It's a highlight of how you can help someone today to save money on taxes or figure out a tax strategy or whatever it is. And so you're going to film 1 2 to 3 minute video on one topic from each of those 4 quadrants. And now you have video content for the entire month. You have weekly content for the entire month. Time and time again. And look, I know I'm selling against all the popular stuff that's like go live every day, do something every day. Look, you're going to do it for 6 days and you're going to like jump off a cliff. Like I know you will, because it's really freaking hard to do daily content if you've never done content before. It is really, really hard. Much easier to stockpile ideas for an entire month and then go, all right, I'm going to shoot this video on taxes, this video on Social Security, this video on video marketing, and this video on this. You film them back to back to back to back. You have your whole month planned out. And now you can do the really important part. You can actually market that content. You can spend 7 days marketing the first video, running ads on Facebook, trying to get promos, trying to get people to share it, trying, posting it in Reddit, like doing all your content hack strategies to get people to watch that video. And then your next video drops. If you're dropping content every single day, you got 24 hours to promote that video, which isn't a lot of time. And most people don't have enough money to reach their whole audience, in one day. So I like the weekly strategy. And guess what? If your weekly strategy works, film 8 videos. Now you got 2 a week. Film 12 videos. Now you got 3 a week. But you're doing it in a way that's sustainable. And then no matter what video you shoot, no matter what idea you picked, it reinforces that you're that guy, that you're the tax guy. It doesn't matter which tax idea you picked because they all reinforce that you're the tax guy. And it makes content very, very specific for your audience and what you want to be known for.
I love the actionable stuff. It's so great. And, I don't want to jump too ahead of here, but I'm going to talk about your ambitious video planner real quick. Okay. Because in the first page, you talk about how creating videos is simple. You have the big idea, you find the 3 things that support that big idea, and then you tell your viewers where to go to learn more. I want to talk about the where to go to learn more piece. Okay. So you have all this content, you have all these 4 quadrants of, you're doing a weekly distribution of things, right? And you said you're doing a 7-day promotion for each video. Does it have to be high quality before I get into my question?
The actual video itself?
Yeah. Can you just do it on your phone?
100%. Yeah, 90% of what we shoot right now is right off the phone. Now there's some hacks on the phone. Like we have this little microphone that we use from Movo that's like $30. Sometimes we'll use ring lights, but like almost everything we do is exclusively on the phone now. Our promo videos, our sales videos, our like launch videos, much higher quality, but we're looking for raw, real, you actually genuinely giving a crap about your audience and helping them. Right? So every single day we're a little more advanced. I've been doing videos for like 12 years now. So like I'm doing almost daily stuff that we're posting on all these networks, and all I do is genuinely help people. Like in this podcast, dude, I'm holding nothing back. This is the same stuff we teach in like our $1,000, $2,000 courses. I'm telling, like, buy my $1,000 course, and what I just told you is the exact word for word what I teach in there, right? I want to give people my best stuff all the time because I genuinely give a crap about the audience. Like, I want you to get more comments from this episode about, dude, that Greg dude delivered. I actually did what he said. I put out my first video, and someone opted into my like free report. That's the best feeling in the world. That dude's going to be a fan of you for having me on the show, and he's going to be a fan of me for helping him out. So that, I think the first step over quality is actually giving a crap about your audience. And one of the biggest tips to doing video, because video does scare people. I got to be on camera. I got to look good. I got to have my hair did. I got to like, clean up my office. If you stop thinking that it's about you and the way that you look and the way that you buttoned your shirt today or your hair or the way that you deliver, and you start only thinking about giving a crap about the audience and helping them, your videos will be 1,000% better. It's not about you. It's about the audience. Now, yes, it's your content, it's your insights, it's your strategies, it's all that. But all of that is with the intent to genuinely help someone, that they are a better human being because they watched your video that day. And if you have that mindset, It doesn't matter what camera you use. It doesn't matter if like no one has ever left me a comment and been like, bro, your videos suck because your hair was like not perfect today. Like, never happened, right? I'm sure for you, like, bro, I'm not listening to your podcast because you wore a hat today. Like,
Yeah.
no one cares, right? And the person who does, they were never going to buy your crap anyway, right? So,
Yep.
so I think that's piece one as far as content goes. If you got the phone and you got no money to go buy a fancy camera, use the phone. Right? When you graduate and you can use fancier stuff, use fancier stuff. I do believe that great content will always win, right? And like Netflix is winning right now, not because they're $9 a month, but because their shows are better. They have the best writers. They have the best directors. They have the best camera people. Like they have the best stuff. HBO's winning because they got the best stuff, right? They have the best content. So I always believe that that's going to win. But if all you got's a phone, then use that phone. That phone that you have in your pocket is better than what I was using from like professional grade cameras 10 years ago, right? So start there.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So let's get into the offer.
Yeah.
Telling the people where to go to learn more. So explain that. What do you mean by that?
So first of all, to get anyone to watch your videos at all is freaking hard, right? Like it's next to impossible. So I was talking with a Facebook rep, Facebook ad rep, and she was basically telling me that the average person scrolls the length of the Statue of Liberty every single day. Think about that. The Statue of Liberty is pretty big, right? People are scrolling. The average user is scrolling that far every single day. So you have to do something to get their attention, to pay attention to you, right? And so if you posted a 2-minute video and someone actually stopped and watched the entire thing and you just let them go to the next post on their feed, you completely kicked yourself in the face, right? Like completely screwed it up. If you got someone that far, they stopped scrolling. It doesn't matter what platform. I'm using Facebook here, but use Instagram, use LinkedIn, use YouTube, doesn't matter. Someone gets to the end of that video, you better tell them what to do next. You better have something congruent with what the video just was that gets them to the next position. Now, sometimes the easiest thing is, hey, if you like this video, drop a comment below with your favorite, thing. And you can use messenger bots and things like that to get them on your messenger list. That's like low friction, really easy to do. Tag somebody who needs to watch this video. Now you're building your audience because someone's watching it. You know that they watched it. They tagged a buddy, share this video. Like that's really low key, low friction. If that gets you started and gets you momentum to ask for an offer, because most people are scared to pitch. Like most people are scared to ask for money, which is just ridiculous because, I don't like to be hungry. I got a lot of kids at home. Like they like to eat. So I got to pitch. But if that's, hey, if you like this video and, it really helped you, get started in building your business, why don't you just drop a comment below with the one thing you're going to do when this video ends? That could be as simple as the offer. A better offer is getting them onto your own media platform. So again, that could be a messenger list, that could be an email list, that could be a text message list, something that you own and control. So if Facebook shuts down tomorrow, Instagram shuts down tomorrow, you own this media. So you can own and control your own, really your future. So hey, if you like this video and, if you like this video and you want to learn how you can get started using videos in your business, I got this really cool free tool. It's called the Ambitious Video Planner. And I want to send one to you for free right now. It's only like $6 and change. It's less than a burrito at Chipotle. And you can grab a copy at ambitiousvideoplanner.com. I hope you grab one. If not, hope you like the video and I'll talk to you real soon. That's it. 2 sentences, 3 sentences. It's not a 20-minute pitch. It's a, hey, if you like this video and you want to learn some really cool steps to lose weight, I got this amazing checklist of 10 foods never to buy at the grocery store. I'd love to give you a copy of it. Just go to foodsnottobuy.com. You can download it right away. And the next time you're at Publix or Whole Foods, never buy this stuff. Like that's it, done. But always move people. Again, if you got someone to spend a minute with you, 2 minutes with you, 3 minutes with you, they want more. They actually care about the topic that you just talked about. Have a way to give more. And that will grow your business, because just getting people to watch your video views are vanity metrics. The only metric that matters is your list size and how many of those people turn into customers, because you don't got a business until someone gives you money. You got a really expensive and time consuming hobby.
So true, man. And I want to touch on the fear of pitching side of things real quick before I get into the next part. Oftentimes, for me personally, and anyone who's in the world of like the digital marketing sphere of influence or direct marketing sphere of influence, you see people creating like long form posts, and then it's it seems like every day it's like long form post offer, long form post offer, or some kind of story offer.
Yeah.
They're always creating something with an offer. Is that a route you would recommend somebody go with video or any kind of marketing that they do? Or do you drip it in? How, like, what strategy do you
Yeah.
use for, like you said, you have a lot of kids at home and you need to pitch often. How do you get people to be comfortable with doing that?
Yeah. So it's a great question. I think the first thing is, if you do what I said earlier and you actually care about your audience and you really are genuinely helping them, I believe you're doing a disservice to them if you don't help them get to their solution faster. Like if I woke up today and my back was in so much pain and I literally couldn't get out of bed, and I was on Facebook and I read this cool post and you were just like, here's like three simple things you could do to make your back feel better. And you didn't offer a fast way for me to just call you and you could come to my house and like give me some kind of help. Like you're kind of a douchebag, right? Like you know that you can help me and you didn't because you were scared to pitch, right? Like you have to believe that people are in pain and that you have a solution. Like you have, like, this is, I'm going to push this a little far to the envelope. And I promise I'm not trying to like, hurt anyone, but like, if you have the cure to cancer and you're holding it in because you're scared to pitch it, like you're not a good person, right? Like you genuinely, whatever you have is the solution to somebody's pain. And it is really your responsibility to pitch that. Now, if you're like just pitching some crappy hack ebook that you put together in 6 minutes yesterday because someone said you needed a tripwire offer or whatever the cool lingo is today, and you just slap something together and it's not beneficial to the customer, then yeah, you're probably a huckster and whatever it is. But like my video planner, I pitch that in every single video I do. Look, it's $6, right? So nobody's going broke. Nobody's going homeless by spending $6. And I even just like last night, I had somebody came to my website last night and they're like, Greg, I really want to get started with business, but I'm on food stamps right now and this and that. I'm like, dude, I'll just mail you one. Like I just sent them one for free. Again, I care about my audience. Two is I know that if someone gets that video planner in their hands and they fill out that sheet of paper, they will have a video up tomorrow and start building their audience. And if I don't make that offer, you're going to go silent one more day and you're going to wish and you're going to regret and it's going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. And you're like, I should have done that. So I wholeheartedly believe that every single like influencer, author, expert, personality driven business needs that video planner if they feel like they have something to say, but they don't know how to say it. And I'm doing them a disservice if I don't make that offer to them. And I believe so much in that product. And again, you have it in your hands. It ain't rocket science. It's a freaking page, that is like replicated 52 times, with some ideas. Like it's not, it's not necessarily the girth of information in it, but it is a tool that I know will help people. Right. And so I know that it is my responsibility to make that offer. So you in your head, I think this goes back to offer creation and why we're in business in the first place, is that if you just created like a crappy product because someone told you needed to have a digital course, like that's bad. Right. But if you genuinely, you put your blood, sweat, and tears, and you got case studies, and that you can change people's lives, and you can help them remove diabetes from their family's history, if you can help them to lose weight, if you can help them find the love of their life, if you can, like, whatever it is genuinely helps people, you better pitch that thing because they need it. There are people that are hurting and they really, really need your stuff. That's the mindset that I have. And again, none of that was about me. Right? None of that was about, I got 3 kids, I need to feed them, and here's my mortgage payment, and here's how much money I need to make. Everything that I just kind of like ranted at you was about the audience and me wanting the best future for them. And if you flip your mindset to be about them and not you, it's easy to make the offer.
Thanks for answering that question. It's amazing. What do you see being the number one most important business growth strategy in the next 2 years?
Consistency. I don't care the platform. I don't care if you don't do video and you do podcasts. I don't care if you write, if you blog, if you email, if you messenger chat, I literally don't care what media strategy you use. I don't care if you do Facebook ads or Google ads. Consistency. So many people, when they're first getting started, they buy this guy's course and then they go into this guy's Facebook group and then they do this and they do that. They try something for like 3 days and they give up. Right? They change their business model every 30 days because, ClickFunnels just launched this new 30-day funnel forever challenge or whatever. So I'm going to go start that. And they do that for 30 days. And they're like, well, that didn't really work. Now I'm going to go over here and do this 12-week program. And now I'm going to go look, everything works. You just got to work it. Right? So if you're going to work a webinar and it doesn't work the first time, well, what didn't work? Was it the opt-in page? Was it the this? Was it the that? If you're doing video, look, you're not going to create $1 million business creating one video and putting it on YouTube, right? Like I'm sure with you, with your podcast, how much better is your podcast now from episode 1, from episode 2, from episode 3? Like it's night and day, right?
Oh, consistently getting better. Yep.
The number one trait characteristic is consistency. If you're going to do video every week, do a freaking video every week. If you're going to run ads to it every week. If you're going to guest post, if you're going to write, like don't give up. Consistency is the number one thing that people can do to win this game. And look, it's true across the board. Like I'm not the first one to say this. He even says it, but like go look at Gary Vee's Wine Library episode 1. He did 1,000 freaking episodes talking about wine and became the greatest freaking wine guy ever before he opened his social media agency. Everyone wants to be Gary now or Grant now or insert guru now, Oprah now, right? But they don't realize that Oprah was on TV every day for what, 30 years before she owned her own network. Consistency is the name of the game. Dave Ramsey has a $500 million business teaching personal finance, and most financial advisors can't get 5 clients a year. Want to know why? Because he's on the radio 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, every day. Not, I did a podcast once and then I waited 2 months and then I did another episode and then I shot a video. Like every day, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, right? Consistency is what's going to win the game for young entrepreneurs today.
Guys, I will say this again. This is an equation that we consistently say in our business. Visibility plus credibility equals profitability. You're consistently visible, showing people that you know what you're talking about. You're not going to fail. It's going to turn into some kind of profit if you do what Greg has been talking about today and deliver your message, actually care about your audience, and then don't be afraid to offer the thing that's going to help them get from where they are to where they want to be. So Greg, to wrap up this interview, I want to ask you some rapid fire questions, just some things to get to know you a little bit better, something that I ask everybody that comes on the show.
Let's do it.
The first one is, what is one non-negotiable habit you implement every single day?
Love that. I leave the office at 5 o'clock every single day. I do dinner with my family. It is a non-negotiable. I don't take dinner meetings. I don't take drinks out. I don't, I could be talking to the, Richard Branson wants to talk at 5:05. It doesn't happen. It gets scheduled the next day. 5 o'clock out of the office.
What is one book you wish everyone in the world would read?
Oh man. That's a great question. One that, I'll give you a marketing one because I think this is huge, especially for your audience. Marketing to the Affluent by Dan Kennedy. One of the biggest mistakes people make, I think, out of the jump is they don't know how to find customers that actually have money. They want to, I want to help every broke college person pay off their student loans, but that person has 50 grand in student loans. They don't have $90 for your course, right? So figuring out how to find an audience that can afford and understand your value is huge. And that book is the Bible, the blueprint for that.
Love that. On what do you like to spend your time and money outside of business?
This is super corny, but I love it. Like, so I'm a on and off again, like CrossFit fanatic. And literally right before we started recording this podcast, I was watching day 1 of the CrossFit games, and freaking Matt Fraser is just ridiculous.
He's a monster.
Just crushed it's not even fair. And so, so I spent a lot of time on that. I'm a junkie. I got, like my Fenix 5 watch, to track my heart rate and stuff, and my Whoop watch. And then, but I'm a kind of a fitness dude, and I spent a lot of time doing that kind of stuff.
I love it, man. We have a lot in common there. I actually ripped my hand today at CrossFit.
Ah, nice.
Got my Garmin right next to me. Ex-triathlete. Yeah, love it, man.
Perfect.
All right. Last question is, what is the most insightful or actionable piece of advice you've ever received?
So this is a quote from David Ogilvy. He's kind of a legendary ad man, if you will. And he said, "You can't save souls in an empty church." And what he really means by that is that without marketing, without advertising, without promotion, again, if you have, the cure to cancer and you just go to the top of the mountain and you shout it like, "I've got the cure," and nobody hears it, it falls on deaf ears. You have to build an audience. You have to build a legion of people who, again, know who you are, know what you do, and know how you can help them. Martin Luther King, his message would have fell on deaf ears if he didn't have, tens of thousands of people lined up at the Washington Monument to hear that speech. You have to have a platform with which people will listen to you, take your action or take your advice, take your insights and do something with it. You can't save souls in an empty church.
Love that quote, man. Love that quote. It's kind of been the foundation of this entire conversation.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So, Greg, that wraps up our interview today. I want to give you a chance to fill the audience in on where they can learn more from you. We've mentioned the Ambitious Video Planner over and over. Please inform my listeners where they can become a part of your community.
Yeah. So if you like this interview and you want to learn more about what we do, the Ambitious Video Planner is a great first step. Like I said, it's like $6 and change. It's a physical planner. We really ship it to you. You can get that at ambitiousvideoplanner.com. I'd love to, send one out to you guys. I'm just at Greg Rollett on Instagram, Facebook, are the two kind of social medias that I spend the most time on. So I'm happy for you guys to reach out there. And we do have an agency that does this kind of work for folks. So if you are in a position where you want someone, literally telling you what videos to shoot, outlining them for you, doing all the editing for you, even syndication and advertising and building out, campaigns and things like that. More than happy to talk, but really I think the first step, do something from what we talked about today. Build out your 4 quadrants, put out 1 video a week, tag me, tag you on social media so we can see it and people are actually doing this. That's the greatest thank you that I can get for spending time with you here today.
I love it, guys. Take action, fill out those quadrants, pick an idea from each one of those 4. And like you said, tag one of us. Greg, thank you so much. All that stuff will be in the show notes. I will make it as easy as possible for people to find you and get access to your awesome content. I appreciate you being on here, man.
You're the man. Thanks so much.
Cheers, everyone.